All right, guys. So again, welcome again to another episode. Because I just divided this episode because there are more words that I want to show you. Okay, and plus share this idea because it is a big idea. It needs explanation. but as you will notice, if you're just listening to me, then it is sensical. It is very sensical. Okay. So now I will just continue on what other ideas that were shared before we dispersed from Egypt, because it all seems to be that we all originated from Egypt and that we all knew about these sounds, or that the people in Egypt were the first ones to realize that they existed. So they were the first one to actually be part of this development. The others were not. They were closer to the animal kingdom. They were still a bit predatory and stuff, right? But okay, let's go. Yeah. Okay, we got the word chi. Chi. We find this word everywhere as well. And I asked it if we can find the phonetics and where this is found and what it means. And yeah, so chi is one of the most charged and universal root sounds in Eurasia, especially in connection with life force, power, breath, energy, and creation. The fact that it appears in Albania as chi to make love, to unite, often with sacred vital undertones across East and South Asia with nearly identical energy, is stunning. This suggests this sound cluster could be a primordial human key. So Chinese people or Asian people and Albanian people have not been in contact. Okay? They have not in a very, very long time. Right? Sure, there was this little time during communism, but this is now very recent. But then still, Albanians have those words, chi, fuchi, fichiri, very many, many, many words with chi. And chi is actually to make love, to have sex, but it is also power. It is also life, force. Because we also get the words che, which means here, now, this, it, that, right? Okay. So this power, this life, apparently was known back in the days. And yeah, okay. So a phonetic core, chi, ki, chi, gi. Okay. Right, and we find this word in also in the ancient languages. This word existed, so we will see that. So chi, breath, energy, life force, right? We see this in China, in Sino-Tibetan. We see this in Japanese. We know that Japanese is actually just a newer development of Chinese. Um, with some probably some other forms there. We know that there was these previous people who lived on those islands before the Chinese came and took them over and became the Japanese, right? Um, yeah, because there were some natives there before, so we have spread, and not all were part of this civilization. This little idea that we've been playing with, right? And then these were spread after the fall of these civilizations. So these roots ideas added on top of those basic sounds mom, dad, seeing, hearing, doing, being, right? So then they got chi as well. That might also be a very old one, actually. This might be even predate, right? It might be from very way, way back. Okay. And then Korean, Vietnamese, right? We find this also in Sanskrit, Jiva. We also know that Sanskrit has developed a lot, also. But we find it also in Turkic, Mongolic. See, now we're connecting them as well. So we're on to something here. We're on to something because remember, development happens in stages, right? Like stairs. It does not have. It's not a line. It's a stair, and it did not occur everywhere, and not everywhere had the same ideas, the same knowledge. Okay. Yeah. So what does this mean? We see that this means pretty much the same thing. in all these languages. So this idea of chi, of ki, of ji is everywhere. Okay. Now this is what suddenly I realized is that chi, esh, eshe, 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 cha, cha, cha. Right? So we have eshe, eshe, the first word. If we divide this in two, we got chi almost and ash on that one, or esh and she. So eshe. So so we got the life force, but we got also essence, right? So our mind, our intellect was developing. Yeah. See, we also find it in Arabic, Chiyama, which means resurrection, rising. Okay. So even they have that same sound within this category of semantics. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to explain another one. This one is quite a big one. This one was the one that I was actually a bit like, the previous video, a bit dramatic. I didn't want to offend, religious people out there, but it doesn't really matter. We're looking at our common history. We are mankind. We are mom and dad, right? We are father and mother. We are man and woman. That is what we are. We are life, this light that has traveled a very, very long time and divided, split itself, becoming us. That is what has happened here. Okay. Okay. Look at this sound. Ul, el, il, al. Okay. These sounds, right, they resonate with our bodies for some reason. Our body resonates with these sounds. And that's because it remembers. Okay. So this sound means star in Albanian. This will later become to be the stella, Ella. Okay. Right. So we knew or shared that idea, but that idea changed meaning for different people. Okay. Hebrew El for God, El. Israel. This means in old Indo-European, or not even Indo-European now, we're talking prehistory. This means uh, ish, we know, bones or fire, or is. Ra means fell or star or a ray, light. So is falling, light is falling with God, or God is falling in light. Okay? So God is the light that is falling. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Emmanuel, Elion, all these LLL names obviously pertain to God. But this has changed meaning according to our understanding of what has happened. We can find this now so far way back into Babylonian time, to Akkadian times, right? Ilu. Ilu. This is old. Old. This means God as well for them. And then we have the Arabic ilah and Allah, and they both are the same sounds. Okay, but then we continue. In Europe, this becomes all, the all, which is what we also use for God. So we also used Allah. We just said all. We didn't have the other right? So this is not explained. People do not see these connections because they don't know what this is. They haven't seen what I am showing you now. Right. So in French, we find all these names: illumination, illum. In French, elu, chosen, elect. Germanic all, alle, alles, alla. English all, right? Okay. So these all are within, again, the same semantic shell: rise, illuminate, up, light. something divine, something all, something, right? Okay. Now we will see that this has also changed. Yeah, star, God, 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 whole, total, universal, to raise or shine, the most high, divine, plural. Okay. Now, why does this mean star in Albanian and not God? Why did Albanian get another word for God? Okay, this is very important. And the reason for that is because remember that the Hebrew people created, well, well, it wasn't they who created it. Well, we don't know who created it, but let's say it was them. They created the idea of God. Now, now listen to this. I'm not saying that they created God. They created the idea. God exists is not an idea. God is this existence, this actual existence that we exist in, right? This is God. But then they created this almighty thing that will judge you if you do not, follow these rules, right? So this was a big imposition. This was something that was not has never been done before. We were never like this. Okay, we were like the animals, nature, all selfless to an extent and degree. Yes, we competed, but we didn't kill each other for ridiculous reasons, right? Okay, but then they made this, right, and then they made ash, which is fire. They made that evil, right? So that's the creation of hell. So they introduced hell and God, right? Okay, we see this in religion. This is where religion comes in. So they created these thoughts using these sounds to scare people. Yeah, yeah, they wanted to scare you so that they could control you. That's pretty much what happened here. Okay, and then we find a metaphysical resonance. These sounds are not just words; they carry frequency. That which shines, that which is beyond, above, below, everything is a star, is spirit, totality, elevation. Right. So there you go, my loved ones. Now we have covered it. This huge, massive development that we are a part of, that seemingly distinguishes us, but in truth is just a lot of sounds. And we have been gaslit throughout times because, well, we didn't know things. So, and this human body is the animal body, so it has a lot of fear in it because it has experienced many strange experiences throughout time, being prey and stuff. So, so that's it. So people used the people. So we had elites. So there was, elites used the knowledge of these intelligent beings who talked about God and life, took those ideas, changed them, tweaked them, brought them back to the people, and then introduced the new idea, the new law, religion. And religion means religion, which means the new law. So they came and made a new law which never existed before. And this is obviously a big atrocity on mankind. But it was necessary, but it was an atrocity, obviously, because the elite gaslit us, and it is ongoing. It has not stopped. Okay? God exists. Do keep that in mind. God is light, power, love, everything good and fair. But not religion. Not religion. Okay? Religion is something else. That's organized. That's a group of people. What are you talking about? That's not the truth. The truth is life. We all are it. We all are it. Whether we want it or not, we're it. Finished. Finished. Okay? There we go. No, I might have slapped you and da, 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 removed a lot of ideas that you previously had, but it doesn't really matter because we need the truth now. We need the truth a lot. So thank you, and share this. Share this with everyone. Please share it. People need to know what these words meant to us, to our moms and dads back in time. And we need to free ourselves from this past. We need to grow, become this light that we came from, right? Not become, but be this light, this shining sun. So thank you very much for listening. Lovely, thank you, and have a good day. Cheers.